Hi, everybody. My name is Janet Wang, and welcome to the first episode of MILF and Cookies. All right, so what is this all about? So I am a mom. I'm in my 40s. I have kids. I'm a career woman. I'm in real estate. I'm also in the film industry, and I do a lot of like odd stuff here and there. And I have a bunch of hilarious stories and life lessons that I'm like really just sharing because they're just so funny, and some of them just like you can't make this stuff up is really what I'm trying to say. So again, I'm not an expert in anything in terms of relationships or psychology, sociology, or anything like that. So I am not giving you expert advice. I'm giving advice from my life lessons. And so take it as you may. So you might want to, it might resonate with you, and it might be something that you might want to use, or you might be like, on to the next video, which is cool. Because, I mean, we have choices. So let's just start from the very beginning. So I recently found myself single, and I'm in my 40s. And so it was very difficult because my dating pool is small. And I live in a big city. Like, I live in Houston. Like, there's, whatever, like millions of people here. So it's not like I don't have choices, but my choices are very limited because I'm, how do you say this? I guess I have standards. I don't know. I don't want to say that because I'm not like, oh, the person has to be, 6'6" tall and buff and have this job and make this much money. I'm definitely not that type of person. I mean, I don't care how tall or how short you are. I don't care how much money you make. I'm really looking at what's inside of you as a person. And of course it doesn't help. I mean, of course it helps a lot if you're pretty too. So, but, I don't have like things like that. My standards are high when it comes to personality and how you treat people and how you treat me and the quality of time that we spend and how you make me feel while we're together. So those are kind of like the things that I look for in terms of relationships. And of course, I mean, everybody has different standards, and I'm definitely not going to judge you. If you do require a person to make, 6 digits or whatever, like that's totally cool. And that's totally what you want or what you expect. And I mean, that, like I said, that's totally cool. I'm just talking about me specifically. So please do not take anything that I say personally because I'm talking about me. Nobody else, and just me. So just want to get that out there. So like I said, I'm 40, found myself recently single, and I realized that I had a lot of things to work on. So I was in a marriage for almost 15 years, and then right out of my marriage, soon afterwards, I got into a relationship, and I was in that relationship for like 4 years. And, that relationship ended abruptly and really volatile, and it was really hard and really sad, and like quite a bad heartbreak for me. And we'll save that for another time. But during this time of healing and after the breakup, I realized that I had to do things for myself. I had to learn I had to learn to fix myself, and I had to learn how to do things for myself, and I had to learn to do things by myself. And those are some of the issues that I really needed to work on. I'm glad that, I was forced into that position to do those things, because I feel like I am a much stronger person and much happier person and more understanding of myself in terms of all the things that I went through. It was hard. It wasn't easy, and I learned a lot of lessons, and I did a lot of hard work, but I mean, I'm glad that I'm glad that I did that. So, found myself single, hadn't dated in like 20 years, haven't been on the dating market. So that was new to me. That was really scary because when I was dating, there was no dating apps or websites or anything like that. You had to meet people organically. You either met them at school, at work, or at play, whether it's at a nightclub or at a restaurant or shopping or something like that. That's where you generally would meet people. And so the quality of the people that you met was great because you didn't have to worry about catfishing or anything like that. Like literally what you saw is what you got. And then at the nightclubs, of course, it would be a little different because most of the time people are drunk. So you don't know what they're really like, until they're sober, or until you're sober. So who knows? Anyways, so dating, when I was dating, was definitely just completely different field. And so here I am, single in my 40s. And the thing is dating apps. So I jumped on one dating app. I'm not going to say what it was, but it's not known for its like hookups. So it was just a different caliber. And I was on it for 1 hour, and then I deactivated my account and scrubbed that app from my phone because it was just so crazy. In 45 minutes, I had over 200 and something messages. There's no way that I was able to comb through all those messages. And then like the first probably 10, 12 messages was just not cool with me. And it's like, nah, this is not for me. I'm like, yeah, not cool. I'm at an age where I know who I am, and I respect my body, I respect my mind, I respect my heart, and I respect my spirituality more than a quickie. I would rather be celibate than to just give myself away for like a one night stand or something. And I'm not judging you if you do those things, because that's totally cool. Because when I was younger, I totally would do it. But nowadays, I am in a different place in my life. And so, just the dating in general is just different for me. So that brings me to today's topic, which is when you start to date, I think the first thing that you should do is figure out and understand what your purpose is for dating. I mean, seriously, are you dating? Like, what's your intentions? Are you dating for the long term? Are you dating for marriage? Are you dating for a partnership? Are you dating just to have companionship? Are you like dating for one night stands? Like, are you trying to get your body count up? Like, what is your purpose for, putting yourself out there? And I think that's a very important thing to establish, because if you know why you're doing something, then the journey to get there is not going to be as crazy. And so I think that was one of the biggest things that I learned recently, being single, was like, well, why am I dating? Because I was single for a minute, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to put myself out there and go on a dinner date with like a dude, just to temperature gauge where I'm at. And I definitely was not ready to start dating. Let's just say I cried talking about my ex at my first date out. So I knew right there and then that I was not ready to be dating, but at least I tried. And at least I was able to gauge where I was at. And, and me and that person were still friends, actually. And, I really enjoy his company. He's a totally awesome dude. And I'm pretty sure I scarred him for life, but he will make somebody a very good partner. So, yeah, great dude. And, wasn't ready to date at that time. So anyways, and then so after that date, I realized, okay, why did I even do this? What was the purpose of me doing this? Well, why was I there? Why did I put myself in that position? And so I thought long and hard, and I was like, oh, you know what? It makes sense. Like, maybe I should figure out why I'm dating in the first place. Like, what do I want? What do I ultimately want by trying to find another person? Like, am I happy just being by myself? Would I be happy just being by myself, or am I going to be happier with a person to share my life with? And so those are questions that I had to ask myself and things that I had to work through. And I think that that's important for people to figure out before they like put themselves out there. And like I said, regardless what it's for, just figure out why you're doing it, like, instead of, just out there. I think that helps with establishing purpose and maybe helping you get to your end goal, so you're not just floating along and hanging out with this person and going to dinner with that person and whatever, and just not finding good quality people. Because when you figure out what you want from, a partner or from life or relationships in general, I think the people will come. That's kind of how I feel about that. So yeah, so today's piece of advice is, when you start dating, figure out why you're dating. What is your purpose of dating? What do you want to happen? What's your end game? I think that will really help. So I hope you enjoyed the first episode. I know it wasn't really crazy or anything like that, but I'm trying to ease you guys into some of the stories that I have. So anyways, if you have any questions or any comments or anything, just drop it below. Like and subscribe is always awesome. And I can't wait to see you guys next. Have a great day and enjoy your MILF and cookies.